So this verse is very important that whatever instructions imparted to Krishna, those instructions are not forgotten, though apparently it seems it is forgotten to Arjuna. So here it is explained what is Bhagavad Gita. Geetam Bhagavata. It is a song of Bhagavan. Bhagavata means by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Geetam means a spoken or song. Okay, he sang. They say sung by, you can say. But Geetam means spoken by actually. So therefore it is called Bhagavad Gita. The instruction given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally. Therefore it is called Bhagavad Gita. Now Arjuna, he says that the science was spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we read Bhagavad Gita, then we must follow the version of Arjuna, because Arjuna directly heard Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he says that this science, Geetam Bhagavata. So, why there should be interpretation? Because the person who heard directly from Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he says that this is spoken by the Bhagavad Gita. I mean, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavata, Bhagavan. So one who is hearing directly, he is saying something, but you are saying something. You have no right. This is called parampara system, evam parampara praptam. He says, no. The person who heard Bhagavad Gita directly from Krishna, whatever he says, that is to be accepted as it is. That is, Srila Prabhupada has written Bhagavad Gita as it is, so that we all get to hear the same what Arjuna has heard, so that we will revive our consciousness as good as Arjuna has revived his consciousness. You cannot interpret. Okay, this is called a parampara system. So if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, then we must understand in the same way as the person who directly heard from him, like Arjuna. This is called a parampara system. So, say for example, I heard something from my spiritual master, so I speak to you the same thing. So this is called a parampara system. You cannot imagine what my spiritual master said, or even if you read some books, you cannot understand unless you understand it from me. This is called a parampara system. You cannot jump over to the superior guru. I mean, neglecting the next acharya, immediately next acharya, the Ritviks. So just like our, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's culture is that we cannot understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. This is not possible at all. We have to understand through the Goswamis. Therefore, you will find the Chaitanya Charitamrita. At the end of every chapter, the writer says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade. Chaitanya Charitamrita kahe Krishnadasa. Rupa Raghunatha Pade yare asha. Chaitanya Charitamrita kahe Krishnadasa. So this is the process. Now we are hearing the same Chaitanya Leela from our Guru Maharaj. This is called parampara. Then only we will understand. We cannot understand by directly hearing from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have to hear from the next Acharya, from the current Acharya. And then in this way it comes, that is the parampara. Not that you skipping the Acharya directly hear what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. That we cannot understand. That is why the Acharya parampara is maintained by Krishna. So, he does not say that I have understood Lord Chaitanya Prabhu directly. Nobody can say that. No. Even Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who has written the Chaitanya Charitamrita, what he is telling Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yara Asha. I want to remain under the merciful lotus feet of Rupa Goswami and Raghunatha Goswami, because they are direct disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then I write the Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadasa. So I am writing what I heard from my Guru. This is very important. This is the process. He doesn't say that I have understood Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami never said. No, that is not understanding. That is foolishness. You cannot understand what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, repeatedly he says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yara Asha, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadasa. I am that Krishnadasa Kaviraja who is always under the subordination of the Goswamis. This is called parampara system. Yevam parampara praptam. That's the meaning of what Sri Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Not Ritvik, skipping the gurus and catching the previous to previous guru like that. That is wrong. So similarly, Narottam Das Thakur also is telling, Hey Chai Gosai Char Thar Muidas. Nama Sankirtana, he is telling, I am servant of that person who has accepted these 6 Goswamis as his master. This is the beautiful thing, I am not going to be servant of any other person who does not accept the way and means of. Therefore, we say or we offer our prayer to our spiritual master. So we can say that I am servant of that person who has accepted Srila Prabhupada as his spiritual master. That is in our life. Okay, so that means we are accepting Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj as our spiritual master. So that is how prayer to our spiritual master is given. So because Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is a follower of Rupa Goswami, therefore we accept spiritual master. Not that one has become more than Rupa Goswami or more than Prabhupada or more than something. That is very wrong. That is very wrong. That is not Parampara system. So here the same thing is repeated again. Arjuna is telling, who directly heard from Krishna. Sometimes some people say it is rascaldom that Arjuna heard directly from Krishna, but we don't find Krishna in our presence. So how can I accept it? It is not a question of direct presence physically, because you have no idea of the absolute knowledge at all. Krishna is already present before you. When you are reading Bhagavad Gita, it is non-different from Krishna. His instruction, his name, his form, his entourage, everything is non-different. But foolishly, you are not able to see him physically. That doesn't mean Krishna is not directly present, because it is presented through the Evam Parampara Praptam. Krishna's words, Bhagavad Gita, is non-different from Krishna. It is not different from Krishna at all. So when you hear Bhagavad Gita, you are directly hearing from Krishna, because Krishna is not different. Krishna is absolute. Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's quality, Krishna's instruction, everything Krishna's, they are all Krishna. They are all Krishna. This has to be understood. They are not different from Krishna. Therefore, Krishna's form here, he is Krishna. He is not a statue. He is not marble statue. No. He is Krishna. Ye Pradima nahi Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. He has appeared before you because you cannot see Krishna. So he has appeared in the form of Pradima, in the form of stone, in the form of wood. Why he is appearing? Because he is merciful. You want to see him. And with our blunt eyes, we cannot see him. But because we have the desire to see him, he kindly appeared before us in the way that we can also see him. You can see only stone, wood. Therefore, he has appeared in that form. That doesn't mean he has become stone. The stone became Krishna. You think that it is stone and wood, but he is not stone and wood. He is Krishna. This is called absolute truth. Similarly, Krishna's words are also not different from Krishna. When Krishna's words are there in the Bhagavad Gita, it is Krishna. So when Arjuna remembers the words, instructions spoken Bhagavad Gita, immediately he is associated with Krishna. So all the anxieties are gone. He is becoming master of his senses once again in jubilance. That is very, very important. Actually, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited South India, he saw one Brahmana. As soon as he opened the Bhagavad Gita, he was an illiterate. He could not read Bhagavad Gita. But his Guru Maharaj said that you shall read every day 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Just see. So he was puzzled. Oh my God, that I am illiterate. I cannot read. All right, take the Bhagavad Gita, because my Guru Maharaj said. So he was in a Ramanatha temple. Yeah, Ramanatha temple. He took the Bhagavad Gita and went like this. That just, he could not read. So his friends who knew him, they were joking. Well, Brahmana, how you are reading Bhagavad Gita? He did not answer because he knew that his friends are joking me because I do not know. I am illiterate. I cannot read. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he was also puzzled. Hey, Brahmana, you are reading Bhagavad Gita. He said, sir, I am illiterate. I cannot read. It is not possible. But my Guru Maharaj ordered me to read. What can I do? I have taken this book. So this is called following the Guru's word. He is illiterate. He cannot read. There is no possibility. But his Guru Maharaj ordered, you must read Bhagavad Gita daily, 18 chapters. Not that immediately he went to join the LKG, UKG, try to learn how to read, and then he come and Bhagavad Gita reading. That is called Gita Samsara. That is not the way. Directly he attempted to execute Guru Maharaj's instruction. So you must read Bhagavad Gita daily, 18 chapters. Now what is this? This is called Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. I may be, to say incomplete, it doesn't matter. But if I try to follow the words of my Guru Maharaj, then I become complete. This is a secret. Yasya deva para bhaktir yatha deve tata gurau. So, if one has staunch faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and as much faith in the Guru, yatha deva tata gurau, then the revealed scriptures become manifest. It is not the education. It is not the scholarship. It is faith in Krishna and Guru. Therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Guru Krishna Kripai Paye Bhakti Latha Bij. Not by education, not by scholarship. Never says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says Guru Krishna Kripa Paye by the mercy of Guru, by the mercy of Krishna only. It is a question of mercy. It is not the question of scholarship or opulence or richness. No. The whole Bhakti Marga depends on the mercy of the Lord and Guru. So we have to seek the mercy of Guru and Gauranga. Athapite deva padhambuja devya prasada leshanugrihita evahi janati tattvam. Prasada lesha. Lesha means fraction. One who has received a little fraction of mercy of the Supreme, he can understand. Others, nachanya eko apichiram vichinam. Others, they may go on speculating for millions of years. It is not possible to understand. So, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Therefore, we are presenting, Prabhupada has written Bhagavad Gita as it is. Because we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, was understood by Arjuna. We don't go to Dr. Radhakrishnan, this scholar, this rascal, that rascal who wrote commentary on Bhagavad Gita. There are unlimited, many, more than 600 editions of Bhagavad Gita, versions of Bhagavad Gita is going on. None of them speaks about Krishna because they know Sanskrit, they know English, they translate it, but they don't know Krishna. So what are they translating? So that is a parampara. Arjuna here says, Bhagavata, what I heard from that personality, Supreme Personality of God and my Guru, Bhagavan. Bhagavan means full of six opulences. I've described it many times. So here is the direct hearer, listener. He says Bhagavata. How you can say that Krishna is not Bhagavan, ordinary person? How you can say Arjuna himself is telling who directly heard from Krishna, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. So one who heard the message, he says indirectly, he is called a Param. This is called a Parampara system. So Krishna says, Evam Parampara Praptam, Imam Rajashayo Viduhu. So if we understand Bhagavad Gita as Krishna said, as Arjuna understood, then that is called a perfection. That is Bhagavad Gita as it is. And if you try to understand Bhagavad Gita as some rascal commentator says, then you are reading something else at all. Rubbish you are reading. You are not reading Bhagavad Gita. There is no meaning. You are simply wasting your time. He may be big scholar, great politician, or big politician. They all, in India, big politicians have commented about Bhagavad Gita. Big yogis have commented about Bhagavad Gita. Big scholars have commented about Bhagavad Gita. They are all useless. They are all useless. If you read such commentary of Bhagavad Gita, it is simply waste of time. If you actually want to study Bhagavad Gita, then as Arjuna understands, Arjuna, he directly listened from Krishna. So you must read Bhagavad Gita as it is by His divine grace, Avaya Charanaravindam Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, because he comes through the parampara. So evam parampara praptam. You can receive the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's instruction, or Krishna himself you can receive only through the parampara system. So in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, after understanding Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, he says, Krishna, you are Parabrahmam, Paramam, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. Bhavan means your lordship. You are Parabrahma, the Supreme Brahman. He is Supreme Brahman. Brahma means spirit, and Brahma means the greatest. Brahma means also greatest. So he has explicitly explained that spirit soul. We are all spirit soul, every one of us. But he is a supreme spirit soul. Param means supreme. He is not ordinary. So he comes as ordinary, not ordinary. He comes in the form of ordinary human being, but he is a supreme human being, even if he comes as a human being. That is the difference. Supreme human being. But one who cannot understand, one who thinks, well, Krishna is like us. He has got also two hands, two legs, one head. We have got also. He is like me. He is a Muda, rascal. Nama avajananti mamuda manusim tanumashta. So param bhavam ajananto. So the param bhavam that is understood by the devotee only. That is the difference. Buddha bhava samanvita. Krishna has said Buddha bhava samanvita. Param bhava. This bhava. Bhava means assimilation. Oh, Krishna is so great. This is called bhava. That is real understanding. When you understand really this bhava stage, bhava bhakti, we call it bhava bhakti. Simply engage in Krishna's service, param bhavam. Persons who has not come to this stage of bhava, he cannot understand Krishna. Param bhavam ajanata. The bhava stage comes, everyone can attain the bhava stage. That's process, abhideya process. We are all following because we are clinched to parampara prapta. This process is described by Rupa Goswami, abhideya process, how to come to the bhava stage. Bhava stage means just prior to perfection. One must come to the bhava stage. Next stage is perfection. Next is full perfection. So how to come to the bhava stage? That is Rupa Goswami is described. Ado Shraddha. First of all, little faith. Just like many outsiders also come in our ISKCON. What these people are doing, this Krishna conscious mean. So let us go and see. So Shraddha, that is called Shraddha. Shraddha means, real Shraddha means complete faith. That is in Saritamrita. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Sudrita Nishchaya. One who has got this much faith, a strong faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This faith and not flickering, firm faith. Yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality. That is called Shraddha. That is beginning of Shraddha. If you have got still doubt, then you have not come to the stage of Shraddha even, superfluous. You may come, but when you actually believe that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and if I engage myself in Krishna's service, I am perfect. Two things, that is Shraddha. And the more you increase this Shraddha, you become advanced. The beginning is Shraddha, Ado Shraddha. So how this Shraddha, this faith can be increased? Sadhu Sangha. If you keep yourself associated with the devotees, then this Shraddha can be increased. Because if you are in the association of the devotees, you can never forget Krishna. That is for guaranteed. And if you simply believe, yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality. So that is very important. So just to keep the standard, you must keep always yourself warm. If you go away, your warmth is gone. So again you become cold. The spark from the fire is extinguished. Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha. Everything is perfect. The first thing is that you must believe that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And to keep this faith strong and going on, you must keep association with the devotees, Sadhu Sangha. Otherwise, whatever little faith you got, no, it will also be lost. So you become again under the clutches of Maya. Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha. And if you are actually associating with Sadhu, then the next stage is Bhajana Kriya, initiation ceremony happens. How to worship Lord Krishna. Then Anartha Nivritti Syat. If you are actually engaged in devotion service, Anartha, which are not required, unwanted things, bad habits, that will vanish. Just like we ask our students, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, no meditating. Simply by hearing, you cannot follow it. It is not possible. If you make bhajana kriya, if you are actually following chanting 16 rounds, then you can follow the other 4 regulative principles automatically. Otherwise, you are spiritually weak. You cannot. The government is spending so much money to stop this intoxication, LSD, but they're all failure. Why? Because they're not chanting the holy name of the Lord. They're not asking them to chant. So in this way, we have to grow. So Arjuna has firm faith. And as soon as he remembered the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, he became very jubilant and he has become the master of his senses naturally. So that is the very, very important thing. So the Krishna consciousness movement is the only humanitarian work who can save the human society. All are helping them to go to hell only otherwise. That's a fact. So the innocent human beings, they are being slaughtered. By education, by culture, by so-called society, friendship. It's a vicious cycle. Again and again, punar punajatita sarvananam, taking one body after another body. At every death, there is a birth he has to take with another body, and he cannot determine his own body in the next birth. So, Arjuna is telling Sangrama Murdani, Kala Karma Tamorutham. This nice instruction of Bhagavad Gita becomes choked up by the time. Kala, the time. You know, every one time's business is to destroy. The time does only one thing in the material world, it will simply destroy. You construct very nice house, 10 years or say 5 years or maybe 20 years, you have to again repair it because the time has destroyed it. So many things, you know. And karma. Karma, because we are always engaged in sinful activities. Karma, kala, tamoguna, ignorance. Tama means, you know, darkness. Symptom of tamoguna is laziness and sleep. We know that from Bhagavad Gita. So those who are lazy and sleeping, you must know, he is under the influence of tamogun and rajogun, always acting but foolishly. Rajogun means acting but foolishly. Okay, tamogun means not acting, sleeping and lazy. So people are running pitar here and there. They are in rajoguna. But actually in this world, there are two gunas only, rajo and tamoguna. Foolishly active or sleeping and lazy. Foolish active is very dangerous than sleeping and lazy. So lazy intelligent. So there are 4 classes of men: lazy intelligent, busy intelligent, lazy foolish, and active foolish. The active foolish is the 4th class man. That's very dangerous. And lazy foolish is still better. Okay. And therefore the world is in danger. Active foolishness is going on everywhere. So this Rajo Tamo Bhava is prominent. There is no Sattva Gun at all. Goodness is very rare. The symptom of goodness is that he can see everything right. That is goodness. Prakasha. Just like in sunshine, you can see everything clearly. Similarly, one who sees clearly things as they are in the goodness. They are real scientists. Mode of goodness. 3 modes of material nature you have learned in Bhakti Shastri. So we don't want to get into those again and again. We want to transcend. That is a Bhagavad Gita instruction. It allows you to Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. All kind of foolish active or you know, tamogun active, lazy active, all kind of activeness, so-called sinful activities in the name of dharma, religion. You give up and surrender unto Krishna. Man manabhava mad bhakto madhya jimam namaskuru. So that is pure goodness. Remember Krishna always. Let your mind engage in Mayarpita Mano Buddhi. Engage your intelligence, mind, everything in the service of Krishna, in chanting the holy name, in hearing the holy name, propagating the holy name, serve Krishna, offer obeisances to him, worship Bharati, offering whatever you cooked or purchased, and so on. You know, then you will not fall down. You will not fall down. Otherwise, if you remain in tamogun, then you are going to be next animal. So this is the process of nature. You cannot check. You cannot check. You may be very great scientist, but you cannot check the process of nature. Devi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Durateya. That is not possible. That is natural. So many times we have seen this particular thing. So the contamination of the material world is going on, Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. If you contaminate with the Tamogun, then you must suffer. If you contaminate Rajogun, you must get disease. That is not in your hand. You cannot say. But people are so foolish that they don't know how nature is working. They are very puffed up with their little knowledge and thinking they are master of the thing. That is not possible. So here, Arjuna, as soon as he remembered the Bhagavad Gita instructions, he has got association of Lord Krishna, because Krishna is not different from his Bhagavad Gita instruction. And immediately Arjuna became a Goswami, master of his senses. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with me. 5, 4.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, in Bhagavad Gita introduction, we see the disciplic succession. It is mentioned Krishna transferred the knowledge to Brahma when the universe was created. Brahma was the first jiva, and that time, he was totally baffled. Then Krishna actually gives all the knowledge to Brahma. So we see, okay, that was the time of the creation. That was the time of the universe creation when Brahma got knowledge from Krishna. Also, in the parampara, we see parampara. Sir, we don't see Arjuna in the parampara. Whereas Arjuna in Dwapar Yuga only he got the knowledge from Krishna. Like Bhagavad Gita was again spoken. So why Arjuna is not there in the parampara?
Yeah, because at that time Krishna always teaches to the royal order, kingly order. You see in the Bhagavad Gita, what did Krishna say? He says that what is that? In fourth chapter it comes that I spoke this Bhagavad Gita of many millions of years before to sun god Vivaswan, king. Okay, so Krishna was giving instruction to only the kingly order because a Kshatriya's duty is to maintain that in the society by maintaining Brahmanas and delivering these instructions through them. And sun god Vivaswan, he has given to Ishwagu. Ishwagu has given to Manu. So he told one after another in the that time the paramparas were kingly orders actually. You understood? Kingly orders were the parampara who received the instruction, like Vivaswan gave to Ikshwagu, Ikshwagu gave to Manu, and so on. So that is the parampara. So Krishna can maintain the parampara either in the Kshatriya form or in any form. Okay. However, those knowledge are Bhagavad Gita about the three modes of material nature and how to perform Yantra Rudani Maya, this particular body, how will we utilize this particular thing to serve Lord Krishna, only that instruction, matter and spirit. But when it comes to transcendental knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam kind of things, you see, that is received from Krishna by, what is his name? Brahma gave to Narada, Narada gave to Vyasadeva, and so on. But anyway, Arjuna is coming in the parampara because Vyasadeva is coming in the parampara, right?
Yes.
So Vyasadeva has recorded this conversation of the Arjuna and Krishna.
Yeah.
And in Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva has recorded the Maitreya and Vidura's conversation. So you cannot say Vidura is not coming in the parampara, Maitreya not coming in the parampara. See, the Acharya will take whoever is involved in the parampara, they will take them into the parampara, and through them only they will give us the knowledge. This is the beauty of the parampara. Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. He has superseded all the previous Acharya, does not mean that he has surpassed them or bypassed them. He has taken, assimilated the instruction given by them, and he has given to us from all the Sampradayas. So that you don't need to go to another Sampradaya. That does not mean other Sampradaya is ignored. Whatever to be taken from other Sampradaya, our Acharya has taken. Similarly, whatever you have to learn from Arjuna within the parampara, you will learn from Arjuna only. Though it is given by Vyasadeva, who is currently in the parampara. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So Vyasadeva does not take the credit of giving us the Bhagavad Gita. He is giving it to Arjuna only. He has given as, that is a Bhagavad Gita as it is. Prabhupada said you will understand Bhagavad Gita as Arjuna understood, because he was listening directly from Krishna. This is the beauty of parampara. They don't give interpretation. They don't give conclusion. They don't give their comments. They directly give. So Arjuna is coming in the parampara because Vyasadeva gave us Arjuna. That is how we know Bhagavad Gita. Without Arjuna, how will we know Bhagavad Gita? So in this way, parampara does not mean that in the chain of disciplic succession, their name as one of the Acharya, they should be present. They should be within the parampara. And from them, we are receiving the knowledge. In the Bhagavatam, we will be seeing in the next canto or maybe third canto, fourth canto and all, you will see that Vidura and Maitreya is speaking a lot of instructions in the past tense. So that means what? Vidura and Maitreya have come into the parampara. Who has taken them into the parampara? Vyasadeva has taken them into the parampara. So in this way, whatever Lord Krishna has spoken, that will never be lost. And to whom he has spoken, that person will be in the parampara, either introduced by another Acharya who is present in the parampara, or he himself will be one of the Acharya in the parampara, according to time, place, and circumstances. So only Acharyas can decide that. So we cannot say Arjuna is not in the parampara. Arjuna is there in the parampara. Vyasadeva pulled him in. See? Very beautiful question. Very beautiful question. Thank you very much.
Understood it, sir. Like I was having doubt. Now I got it clear. Thank you so much, sir.
Superb, superb. Thank you very much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much. And I am extremely sorry for this delayed class because I was in another Data Plus meeting here in where I am. It's in Bangalore. Yeah. So thank you very much. So tomorrow we will resume our Srimad Bhagavatam class at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Patita Pavan Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnav Pranam. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
कृपा
सिन्धुभ्य एव च
पतितानां
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो
नमो नमः।
नमः। जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि
हरे
हरि।